ठीक है. Okay, we will start. ठीक है. So today we will start the new topic. See, we have seen in the types of connections, we have covered bolted connection. There is one more connection which is known as the welded connection. And in the welded connection, you will find that there is no reduction in any member. Let's say we are connecting any I section column to I section horizontal member, which we call it as the beam. If we try to connect these two members with the help of weld, in that case, you will find that there is no reduction or deduction in any of the areas of any of the members. Meaning of this is, these two members will get fused with each other. And that fusion process is carried out with the help of electrode. Okay, that is known as an electrode. With the help of electrode, that fusion process takes place, and by the help of that fusion process, you will find that two or more members can be connected without sacrificing the area. See, in case of bolted connections, because of that net area concept, the stress development at the area around the hole, which was either punched or cut with the help of flame. What used to happen? The stress concentration on that particular zone where the hole is formed was more. And because of this unevenness of stress distribution, the overall load carrying capacity of that section where the bolted connections are made, that used to be compromised. In the sense, whatever we are expecting, whatever load we are expecting, that member should take, that was not possible. I mean, there was reduction. It was possible, but there is a reduction. But over here, since we are not reducing anything, we are not forming any kind of hole, we are not reducing the overall area of the member. Therefore, we have a very good advantage as far as the load distribution and load carrying capacity to the fullest is concerned. Right? See, in the earlier times when welding was not so popular, at that time, there was one misconception that if we provide welded connection, then the fatigue capacity, you understand the term fatigue? What does that stand for, fatigue? See, what happens because of the loading and unloading process. Okay? Let's say example of a train which is moving over a bridge. What happens? When the train passes, there is continuous loading and unloading effect. By the virtue of this effect, the member on which it is moving, it is subjected to, loading and unloading stress behavior. And because of that, what happens? There is a fatigue, okay, which is developed. It is a kind of stress. Okay? So that fatigue capacity, the fatigue capacity of such kind of welded connections, earlier it used to be believed that it is not that much and it will fail in such situations. But with the advancement in the welding technology, this has overcome. And you will find that not only the connection is monolithic type, but it is also impact resistant or fatigue resistant. So it is a added advantage. Okay, so let us try to understand what exactly is this welding, how it has to be done, and what are the advantages. Since there are advantages, obviously there will be some kind of disadvantage also. Okay, so let us try to understand. Yes, so what it says, when two structural members are connected by means of welds, that connection is known as welded connection. Simple definition. So, as I have shown or told you the overall picture of what welding is, I don't know in your first year, have you ever went to the workshop department? So in that case, I hope that you people are aware of what welding process is. You must have seen. You must have also seen the type of welding which has been taken place in our workshop. So do you recall what kind of welding is conducted in our workshop? What is that welding process known as? Because I hope कि आप लोगों को वो इलेक्ट्रोड वगैरह दिखाया होगा, isn't it? And that electrode was connected to the member where you are supposed to provide the weld. And under high temperature, that electrode used to get melt. और फिर वो पूरा वेल्ड फॉर्म होता था. तो what is that process of welding known as? Yes, someone told me arc welding. Okay, that is known as ARC, arc. क्योंकि आप देखोगे when that electrode connects to the member and the arc is developed, ऐसा जिसको हम क्या कहेंगे sparkle. Okay, that is known as arc. So that welding process is known as arc welding, and it is frequently used. It is economical. That's why. Otherwise, there are different types of welding process. हो सकता है आप लोगों ने welding process के बारे में सुना भी होगा. One is the what we call it as pressure welding. Pressure welding has got different techniques in order to prepare such kind of weld. One such pressure type of welding I remember is friction pressure welding. उसमें क्या होता है? The temperature which is required for the melting point of that material, that is reached with the help of frictional resistance. So what is done? One member which is to be connected to another, that member is rotated in such a way that when these two members get connected, one of the members is rotating. It is rotated at such RPM that at the interface or at the connection, the member will melt with the help of friction. वो melt हो जाएगा. और एक member जो rotate हो रहा है उसको stop कर देंगे. And once it gets stopped, then the molten material is allowed to cool. इससे क्या होगा? वो मटेरियल का ही जो मेंबर का जो मटेरियल है, that itself is getting melted. No other additional material is used to perform the welding, right? तो ये melt हो गया. Now it is allowed to cool, and once it gets cooled, then it gets welded. This is one of the methods of pressure welding, right? Because friction तो develop हो रहा है, but इस यहाँ से pressure भी लगाया जाता है. Another type is pure pressure welding, wherein the two members are melted at the intersection and pressure is applied from top and bottom so as to make the two members monolithic. But these are expensive type of methods. If you compare the arc welding and the pressure welding, arc welding is preferred क्योंकि हर वक्त वो फ्रिक्शन डेवलप होगा, दैट इज नॉट. This is true for the circular members. If the members are circular, in that case it can be rotated. दूसरे shape का it is very difficult, right? So arc welding is frequently used, and the purpose is very clear. You are supposed to attach or connect two members. Okay? And it is done with the help of electrode. I will come to that electrode. Before that, we will see what are the advantages. Most efficient and produces a one-piece construction or monolithic. Okay, more or less it is monolithic. We will not find that there is any kind of differentiation between two connected members. If it was a bolted type of connection, definitely वो bolts हमको दिखाई देते. यहाँ पे वैसा कुछ भी नहीं. Everything is monolithic. Speedy fabrication, saves overall member weight, and thus cost. See, in case of bolted